Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. In today's video we are going to be talking about this absolutely beautiful succulent called as the Graptopetalum Pachyphyllum blue bean. No, this is not anywhere related with our jelly beans. Jelly beans are from the genus of sedum. The entire name of the jelly bean, I'll put it up on the screen. It is a completely different genus, usually found in the color green and red, whereas this one is Graptopetalum Pachyphyllum blue bean. They are going to stay more on the blue color, light blue color, and they don't grow very huge. They are going to stay in a clump. Now the surprising thing is that this is a natural variety of Graptopetalum which is found in Mexico. Now the location where they are found are basically in between the rocks and on the cliff, so you have to try and understand what kind of environment it belongs to. Of course, you cannot have a soil mix that is very high in organic matter. It needs a very rocky, sandy kind of a soil mix wherein there is soil but it is in a very less quantity, somewhat like how the cliffs or the mountainous area is. So I have given it a very sandy soil mix, which is my regular soil mix, a mix of aquarium sand 80% and 20% of filtered garden soil. Now talking about watering, they do not like too much of moisture. Try to visualize how the cliff will look like. You know that there won't be any stagnant water in it. The water is going to slip off. Most of the time it is going to be on the dry side, probably a little bit of water which the succulent is going to store in the leaves, and rest of the time it is going to be dry. So ensure that you are watering the succulent only when the soil is completely bone dry. They can easily get overwatered, so you have to be extremely careful. Light, give them a good amount of morning direct sunlight for around 4 to 5 hours after acclimating it. If you have recently purchased it, keep it in indirect but bright light where the intensity is good. If you have not acclimated it, do not put it out in direct sunlight. It will get burnt. So you have to ensure that you first acclimate it and then put it out in morning direct sunlight. They do have a good amount of farina. The leaves are very tiny. They have a good amount of farina, so they can handle that 5 hours of direct sunlight, but only after acclimating it. Do not put it out in afternoon sunlight. It will get burnt. So overall, it's a very easy to grow succulent, very easy to propagate. You can see these are all the pups that are there. You can separate them. Very delicate though, but you'll have to separate it with a lot of precision because they can easily break, they can easily get damaged, so you have to be extremely careful. Let the plant reach a good size and only separate them. You can even do the leaf propagation, but that is going to be quite difficult, so the best is separate the offsets as and when it starts to grow. You'll tend to see there will be because it tends to clump, so you'll tend to see all these pups that will start to show up in the sides, and then you can slowly cut them off. Like here you can see this is the branch. You can probably cut this branch and then put it in a separate pot. So that is how you can propagate it. Mealybugs can be an issue because you can see it's very dense. They can easily hide in between, so ensure you're sprinkling some dry cinnamon powder on the soil. Do a visual check once in 2 weeks, once in 3 weeks. That will be more than enough. So overall it is a easy succulent, but if you are a beginner, I would say just wait. The reason is even though the succulent is quite easy to grow, but the main issue is transit. A lot of times the plant tends to go haywire inside the transit box if it is not packed properly, because all you see, these are all tiny clumps that are attached to each other with a very fragile stem that can easily break in the box. So the seller or whoever is sending it should know how to pack the succulent. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of broken pieces inside the transit box. So you have to be extremely careful. If you get it in your local nursery, nothing like it. But after getting it home, wait for 2 days and then transfer it to a very sandy soil mix, a very loose porous kind of a soil mix. Do not keep it in a soil that is very dense and that tends to retain moisture. It has a high chance of getting rotted by overwatering. So that was all about it, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.